Okay, so in this video, I want to go ahead and talk about the Samsung Galaxy Tab S7 and why you should still consider this even today, right? Depending on your situation. It's not for everyone, but there's still a ton of people out there that should consider this option. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Now, first things first, I don't want to use this video as a full review video of the Galaxy Tab S7 here, but I just want to use it as a reminder to a lot of people who may let themselves get influenced by other people who saying, well, you always got to go for the best, you always got to go for the latest tablet. I just want to let those people, or remind those people, that the Galaxy Tab S7 is still a beast. It's still a beast of a tablet. I know a lot of you are afraid that maybe because it's only being, well, it's going to be supported just for 3 years as opposed to 5, like the Galaxy Tab S8, that it's just not worth getting one. It always, of course, depends on your situation, what you're looking for, how much money you have, and the type of deal when you are online looking for a device. But if you happen to find the Samsung Galaxy Tab S7 at a good deal, I would say pull the trigger. If you are looking for a powerful tablet that you're going to be using for, let's say, just a couple years, and you're looking to upgrade after a couple of years like most people do, then the Galaxy Tab S7 is still, a good option out there. If you're looking for a productivity tablet and you are limited when it comes down to your budget, the Galaxy Tab S7 is still something to go ahead and consider. It is a beautiful tablet. I think this is the perfect form factor for a tablet. Maybe I say this because I have large hands and I can, kind of whip it around. But 11 inches would be the display that seems to be kind of the perfect medium when it comes down to tablet displays, right? So 11 inches, the resolution here is 1600 by 2560. So picture quality is super sharp. It's still a TFT display, but this is a top level TFT display. You know what? I didn't want to really bring specs like that. Let's not talk about specs. This is a beautiful tablet that will handle all of your heavy, all of your mid-level, and all of your light tasks. I know a couple of people who are going through residency right now, so they're essentially doctors, and I recommended this tablet and they absolutely love it. It actually even fits in the pocket of their blouse, right? So as they do their round and talking to patients, they're able to just pull this out, go through charts and do all that stuff. It is, as they say it, the best decisions they've made in a long time when it came down to buying a device. Now, that doesn't mean if you can afford a Galaxy Tab S8, you shouldn't go for it. If you can afford a Galaxy Tab S8, obviously go for it because it comes with a lot more advantages than this. Again, I'm talking about people who are looking for a productivity tablet, or, they have a limited budget, but they want to be able to do a lot with their tablet. This guy is the one. And by the way, if this is your first time visiting, welcome to the channel. Of course, I'm certainly hoping that you are enjoying the content so far, which if you are, I truly appreciate it. Please do me a favor, hit both the like and the subscribe button there. It's a tremendous boost to this channel. And again, I truly appreciate that. Now, let's go back to the Galaxy Tab S7 here. I also recommended this to a very close friend who owns a construction company, and he absolutely loves it. He started off as an accountant, so he's able to run so many things on here, spreadsheet, essentially running his company off of his Galaxy Tab S7. So it's definitely something for you to consider. The battery size here is 8,000 milliamp. I could be wrong, I'm forgetting. 8,000 milliamp, and this guy here will last you the full day. When you buy a brand new, it is guaranteed to last you the full day, even if you're a power user. Now, I'm not talking you wake up in the morning and you start using it from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. but to 10 p.m. But if you use it as a normal person would use, as a normal power user, if tablets does, it will last you for a day, for well over a day. And the good thing is it's also fast charge capable. So even if you were to go ahead and run out of battery, you can always charge that back. I believe up to 45 watt fast charge capable, just like it is the case with the Galaxy Tab S8. It does start off with a base storage of 128 gigs. That's already a lot of stuff that you could put in, right? But the good thing here is that you do have the ability to expand that storage at up to 1 terabyte using a micro SD card. That is pretty much the option that most people go for, right? They go for the base 128, and then they can go ahead and expand that at up to 1 terabyte. It does come with 6 gigs of RAM for the base one. If you go for the 256 gigs, there's an option that would come with 8 gigs of RAM. And if you were to go for the 512, that would also be 128 gigs of RAM. And there I go rambling about specs again. But anyway, in layman terms, buying this tablet would allow you to be able to store a lot of stuff in it, and you can also use a micro SD card in order to expand that storage and store even more stuff in it, right? So for example, my buddy who runs a construction company, he uses this to take pictures, videos, and all that good stuff. He just loads it up. He has a micro SD card and he expanded that up to 1 terabyte. So he loads it up with just pictures and videos, and he has no issue. So you should be able to do the same here. When it first dropped, it was loaded with Android 10, right? So that was the operating system, and you do have up to 3 major updates. So Samsung does support it at up to 3 major updates. Now, that doesn't mean that after the 3 updates, your tablet just stops working. Not at all, right? It simply means that that would be the last update that you will be running, the last platform that you will be running off of, and you could just keep using your computer. It may not be as optimized after you pass those 3 years, right? But it will still work, and it will still work fairly well. And like I mentioned, a lot of people who buy devices, or whether phone or tablets, they will generally upgrade after a couple of years, right? So if you were to buy this guy and planning on upgrading after a couple of years, you'll be getting maybe the Samsung Galaxy Tab S10 whenever, or whatever it is, by the time you do upgrade. Again, I cannot emphasize this enough. Even though it's supported 3 years, it doesn't mean that your tablet stops, because I've gotten people ask me, oh, so does that mean after 3 years it just stops working? No, that's not the case. You can still use your tablet. Now, when it comes down to just the UI or just the accessibility, how you use your tablet, Samsung offers a number of things that really make this guy as close to a computer as you can be. Now, actually, the closest you can get to a computer would be like the Galaxy Tab S8 Ultra. But anyway, the S7 will offer you fantastic computational value, right? So if we were to just take Samsung DeX, for example, which is a program that Samsung has on here that changes your UI, the user interface, for you to be offered a platform that is similar to what you have on the desktop. So you're essentially able to use this as a computer if you happen to have a keyboard, even if you don't have a keyboard, but it's always good to have a keyboard so that it feels like you are using an actual computer, right? Because it's offering you that pretty much that user experience. The next thing I want to talk about here is the Samsung S Pen, right? This is one of the most modern. The current for the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 Plus and the S8 Ultra is the most modern S Pen, but this is also super close to that. It allows you to do a number of things on your tablet, right? Anywhere from taking down notes to drawing. And when it comes down to drawing, the feedback is amazing here. A lot of artists, a lot of content creators who happen to also be artists praise this S Pen so much. Now, I personally am not one, but just watching the content, reading articles, from people who actually do that for a living, who draw and who, write for a living, praise this guy, tells you just how good the S Pen is. So you do have that. It comes, of course, integrated with the software that will support that, and it comes with one, so you'll be able to be good to go as soon as you buy one. As soon as you open the box, you have the tablet and the S Pen. Now, I know I've focused a lot more on just productivity there. In terms of entertainment, if you are a gamer, when it comes down to Android, this guy will serve you very, very well. When it comes down to watching movies, top quality, of course, beautiful displays. As I mentioned, it is a TFT display, but it's so very well calibrated, right? Colors are super vibrant here, and plus you have a high refresh rate here at 120 hertz. Essentially what that means is simply that you'll be able to scroll in a much more seamless way. It's super smooth when you scroll, right? So there's not that noticeable lag as you scroll through images or through pictures, whatever the case may be. So it's very, very nice to have. It truly enhances the user experience, at least from your perspective. Now, as far as the camera goes, of course, on the back here you have a 13 and a 5 megapixel camera. Picture quality very good. Also, the front, you do have an 8 megapixel camera. Again, as long as the setting is well lit, you are very well set to look good during your Zoom meetings, right? It's very, very nice for teleconferencing, whether you communicating with grandma, grandpa, friends, teammate, classmate, whatever the case may be. It offers great video quality for video calls. And I think I want to go ahead and stop right now. This was not meant to be a full review of this. I've done that already. Make sure to check out in the description if you want to go ahead and track back to the full review of the comprehensive review of this tablet. Make sure to check out the link in the description. If you also wanted to go ahead and pick up this guy here, make sure to check out the link that I will put in the description that will lead you to some of the best deals available on the Galaxy Tab S7 right now. if that's what you are in the market for. Again, if you have the money for it, go for the Galaxy Tab S8. It's essentially an upgraded version of the Galaxy Tab S7. Let me know what your questions in the comment section. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to catch you in the comment section. I'm also going to catch you in the next video. And as always, of course, up until that next video, stay safe out there.